Okay, we are ready to start the Stepladder final here in Sofia, Bulgaria. We are broadcasting live from Joy Station. And I would like to present, you have to make some noise at a certain point. I cannot talk all the time. So I want to present the two bowlers that are going to have the first game. So Mr. Dubois Maxime from France against William Svensson from Sweden. Please come over. They have bowled quite many games today. They're just going to bowl one more game to see who's going to qualify to the next step, that they're going to compete against Alexander Arbanas from Romania. And don't forget the other Swedish bowler, Kim, who is waiting for the very, very last final. As soon as you are ready, you're going to have 5 minutes of practice, and then we start. Thank you very much. So good evening from Joy Station here in Sofia, Bulgaria. And we are watching the practice of the first Stepladder final. Two bowlers, one from France, one from Sweden, Dubois from France and William Svensson from Sweden. And I would like to welcome with me another bowler from France who has been in this bowling center before. He has bowled the Sofia International Open. He has also bowled the Balkan Challenge that takes place every June in this bowling center. And this time he was not lucky enough to be on the finals or qualify. Gaetan, how are you?
I'm good. Pretty happy to be here with you.
So you're
it wasn't
pretty
about
happy?
luck. Yeah, I was happy. I wish I would be on the lane, but it wasn't about luck. I just didn't bowl well, so.
Well, you cannot always be on the lanes. Sometimes you have to be behind the lanes.
Yeah, definitely.
I know this job very well. So, Gaetan, how was your days in Sofia?
It was good. I arrived pretty late on Friday, but it was good. Always good time, always a good weather, and people here are pretty nice, and it's such a good tournament and a good event, so it's really good here.
Okay, so the weather actually has been very good.
Very good and very hot.
Yes.
But
yeah,
we've been stuck in the bowling center for 3 days now.
Well, I did have a chance to go out a little bit this time.
Because you don't bowl, that's why.
Yeah, I don't bowl, that's for sure. But somebody has to do all the job with the Joy Station staff here. So, what about the game? Tell me, how was the tournament this time?
For me or in general?
For you.
For me it was pretty tough. Didn't bring the right balls, didn't bowl well, didn't understand the lane well, but still a learning experience, and we learn from that.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about the two bowlers that they are ready to start their game really soon.
So we have two amazing bowlers. William Svensson is a couple-time European champion. I think he has world medal also. Amazing bowler. Been bowling against him for 10 years now, I think, and getting better and better. And then we got Maxime, the new young star from France. Also European champion in the youth, and he has 1 medal in adults already.
Do you know how old is Maxime?
He's 22. He's 22 years old.
22 years
Yeah,
old. All right.
quite young, and he's not afraid of winning. So you know how to strike, and William is the same. So I think we're gonna have a good match with a high scoring pace also. So
Well, it did, in fact, was a high-scoring event this year.
yeah, pretty high. A lot of 300, a lot of good scores. To make it to here, it was pretty tough for everyone because I think it was around 240 average the whole day to be in the top score every day, every step, and yeah.
Okay, so if I had to ask you to make a wild guess, who's going to be the bowler?
You already know my answer.
You don't? I do already know your answer.
Yeah, it's gonna be Maxime. Because I'm a French guy, so I really want him to win. But
All right,
it's gonna be. I'm really sure it's gonna be a close game and very high scoring. So it's gonna be very
let's see.
interesting.
We still have 1 minute of practice, and then I'm gonna announce the bowlers to start the game. So we're gonna pretty soon find out.
Yeah.
How many bowlers from France this year in this event?
This year were 4,
4 bowlers. All right.
and I think next year will be more because we're a group of bowlers that wants to bowl more, and we have a lot of young players, a lot of young talents that wants to come over and bowl, and they just need help. So we will help them to come over next year because it's such a great event, actually.
Yeah, we try really hard to have the Sofia International every year, and there's always many things happening behind the scenes, which I'm aware of, and we will have some announcements also very soon. Okay.
So practice is almost over now.
So practice is almost over. All right. Practice is over. We are ready to start. Dubois and William, you are ready. Good luck to both of you. Enjoy the game.
So Maxime start the first frame. Oh, that's a good hit.
Well, it's a strike.
Yeah, that's a very good hit.
It's always good when you start with a strike.
Yeah, always good. The small messenger, that's good.
Let's see what William has to say about it.
He's gonna strike. A little bit light. Right. That's a good square to start.
Gaetan, in this event, it was another event that we saw that urethane balls have been
Yeah,
pretty much
in play.
in play.
90% of everyone play with that.
and they did obviously change the
pattern,
way
yeah, they changed
the way
everything.
the game
Mm.
will be played. Obviously, if there were not so many urethane balls on this event, the game would have been played completely
Yeah,
different.
definitely.
So when you said that you haven't brought the right ball to qualify, you talked about urethane ball.
Yeah, I talk about urethane ball. Urethane ball was it was an okay shot. Urethane ball was the thing to play with. We actually saw Thomas Lawson in qualification who put a huge set with reactive. So it's pretty impressive to see someone playing good with reactive when everyone is playing urethane, and especially the purple hammer. But yeah, it was pretty not easy if you don't have urethane. You could make something of it, but not as easier with the urethane.
So spare for Dubois.
In those kind of games, it's just about making good shots on the target. Try to be good at the foul line, have a good release, and then it's all about carry and being consistent, throwing good shots.
You did have the chance to have the experience of bowling a final on these particular lanes. I think that was the Balkan Challenge.
No, it was
the Sofia
I
International.
I did Balkan Challenge and Sofia International. Sofia International I finished second like 4 years ago, right before COVID, 2 years before COVID. And it's the atmosphere here is so special because there's a lot of people behind. You don't see it on the camera, but there's a lot of people behind, and they are watching you bowl, and it's always high scoring here. So you really have to be focused and make good shots.
Yeah, and I have to say that this year the audience behind is pretty quiet. Usually they are.
They are more hot.
Yes, yes, yes. I don't know what happened this year, but they're really quiet. I
They're
guess
not drinking that much. That's why.
We're gonna find out very soon.
That's good. That was two good shots from William. So William put a little bit of pressure on Maxime.
So we are broadcasting live from Joy Station, Bulgaria. We are using the beautiful platform of Ball Zone, a platform that we have been using for years in the events we organize here in Joy Station. You can enjoy the game on ballzone.live, and you can also see some statistics.
That was a really good shot from Maxime. Really good shot. That's also a good shot. It's going to be a really, really close game. Really close.
Why not? This is what we all want to see and watch in a final.
So just to let you know, Maxime is kind of something, because just look at me as a big game playing on, and look at me and make me joke about me being here. So this is fun. He's enjoying himself. So
yeah, it's all about enjoying the game, and we as organizers of events like this
Good
We
shot.
always
Very good
want the
shot.
bowlers to enjoy the game, and this is what has been also the success of
Of Sofia, yeah.
this event in Sofia. That when the owner of this bowling center, Mr. Valery Nikolov, an owner of the Fantastico Group, the local supermarket chain here in Bulgaria, who has been supporting Bulgarian bowling for years, when we decided to make the first event back in 2007, if I remember correctly. Our target was obviously to support the local bowling and then to get international bowlers in to enjoy Bulgaria, Sofia, and also enjoy the bowling center, which is, as far as we all know, it's an amazing bowling center.
That's a very good bowling center, and everything you say is working well for everyone. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's fine. Is it the first event back after COVID? It's the first time
We
there is
did.
Sofia International
Yeah,
Open?
it's the first Sofia International after COVID. We did had the Balkan Challenge in last June, a very popular event
in team.
which is a singles, doubles, and team event. It's very popular among most of the Balkan countries, but we also have international North Europeans and Lithuanians and other countries coming over as well.
Okay.
Okay. Spare for William, and let's see what Dubois.
So
will answer on the
Maxime has to strike to come back on the game. So this one is a very important one for him. That's a good one. That's a good shot. So they are both Brunswick staff player also. Maxime is playing for a club in France, in the east of France, the Dragon de Colmar. So I'm pretty sure they're all watching and supporting him.
I'm glad that this year in Sofia International we have a Romanian bowler, Alexandru Agbanas. He's a young Romanian bowler who obviously has never made it to the finals in Sofia International. He has only made it to the finals a couple of years ago in the Bucharest Open in his own hometown. And it's always good to see...
Good shot. Another strike from Maxime.
It's always good to see. Now. Yeah, it's always good to see strikes in the final, but it's also for us organized. It's also good to see local people
to make it through
the top four. It's also very important. And we did have very good bowlers from different countries who did not obviously made it to the top four, but they have made it to the top 10. The ones who have not seen the results. The people who were in the top four, besides the four bowlers on the Stepladder final, were Timu from Finland, Donna Harding from the UK, Dominic Barrett, again from the UK, Jesse from Finland, Carl Eklund from Sweden, and the youngster Charlie Upton from the UK. Let's see who's available, so they can also comment on this final. So, Gaetan, what's your last comment?
Allez, Maxime. Sorry.
Gaetan, thank you very much.
Thank you. Enjoy the game, everyone back home, and I hope Maxime will win this. To the French guy who's listening. Yeah. Allez, Maxime, à fond derrière lui.
Well, Gaetan, I won't see you on the prize awards, but I will see you at the goodbye party.
Yeah, for sure. All right, see you. Have fun, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Gaetan. And we have a split for William Svensson on the 7th frame, and that might change the game. And an open frame for William. So after the open frame of William, we have a strike for the French bowler. And this is the time where I want to call one of the bowlers who have been on the top 10, but they didn't obviously made it to the Stepladder final, but they were all very close. So I would like to welcome Carl Eklund from Sweden.
Hi.
Carl, how was this tournament for you?
It was kind of up and down. I was bowling some high scores, but I wasn't able to get around the ball. Like just not able to keep the pace with other guys.
Okay, so I think you got the 9th position in this event.
Yeah.
And I just asked you a couple of minutes ago when you are 17 years old.
Yeah.
So pretty young. Has been the first or not the first time in Sofia International for you?
It's the first time. I was about to go here when I was 15. I was not able to because of troubles.
Okay, I'm only asking because we have many Swedes coming over in this event every year. We used to have many youth Swedish bowlers before. So how was your time here in Sofia, Bulgaria, since it's your first time being here?
Yeah, it's a beautiful city, but I was kind of confused when ordering food and stuff like that. But I liked the bowling alley. It was nice.
Okay, so we all have... that's a strike for your teammate over there. And I just had Gaetan from France before commenting. And obviously I asked him who he thinks that he's going to win. And he said Dubois because he's from France. So what about you? What's your opinion of this game?
I was betting on Maxime all the way.
All right, so you also believe that Maxime, from the beginning, he was about to get on the next Stepladder final. And he's going to compete with a young Romanian bowler, Alexander Arbanas. I don't know if you had a chance to see Alexander bowling on the lanes.
Yeah, I was trailing him the first game.
Okay, all right. Well, that was a strike for William.
But I was sure Maxime was going to win because he's a really tough guy to meet in 1 against 1.
All right, so he has the psychology, the mental game that bowlers need, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know that because I see many young bowlers made into the final these days.
Yeah.
So I think that besides the equipment and the knowledge, also the mental game plays a significant role on this. So watching the first Stepladder final here in Joy Station in Sofia, Bulgaria. William Svensson, who qualified fourth, and Dubois Maxime from France, who was third on the stepladder. Last frames for both bowlers. Well, solid spare. And Ashus.
It was just when I was about to say, Maxime doesn't ever let up when he's in the lead. He just, of course.
Yeah. Which equipment did you use in this event, Carl? I saw everybody throwing urethane on the final.
Yeah.
Which one did you use?
I was using purple hammer all the way. I brought free with me.
Okay.
But I was thinking about going to Black Widow and going around some people. That would have been it would have been interesting to try it.
Well, if you get a strike like Dubois Maxime at this moment, there's no brainer. You just use what strikes.
And that's probably the most used ball in the world right now.
True, that's correct. Well, another strike for Maxime.
It's always like this. He never gets faced by anything. Even though his opponent can shoot 279, he just shoots 290 instead.
Well, let's see then how he's going to do in the next game.
Yeah.
Obviously, his opponent, Alexander Albanaski, has no experience.
Yeah.
So it will be an interesting game.
Yeah. I was seeing him in France in the European Tour, Wittelsheim. He was bowling Jesse Kallio. Jesse bowled 280, he bowled 290. The next game he bowled 300 to win by 20 pins.
Well, it seems that we're going to have an interesting finals this evening here in Sofia. Last two shots for William. So we have a winner, Dubois Maxime from France. William, congratulations for the fourth place. And this is where I have to call Mr. Alexandru Arbanas from Romania. This is where we have to get some more noise from the local people. So Alexandru Arbanas, he has qualified second. He will have a couple of practice shots, and right after we're going to start the final, the second game. So while Alexander Arbarnas is throwing his practice shots, Carl, what's your prediction?
I still bet on Maxime.
You still bet on Maxime?
But I think it's going to be a tougher match.
Okay. Just for the sake of the conversation, I will bet on Alexander Arbarnas. And let's see who's going to be the winner on this game. Carl, thank you very much for being with us. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. We're going to have, obviously, the awards ceremony on the beautiful stage downstairs. You have not experienced that before, so I think you're going to enjoy it. And I'll see you later. Thank you very much. We are ready to start the second game. Alexandru Arbarnas from Romania against Dubois Maxime from France. Good luck, and let's see who will be the opponent of Kim at the final. So we start here the second game. We had a chance to see a nice game before against Dubois Maxime and William Svensson, and I have the pleasure to have William with me now to help me comment on this game and also tell me his experience for this event and the game that he just fortunately lost. William, hello.
Hello.
I want to say nice to have you here. Obviously, it's not nice for you being here commenting and not playing the next game.
Yeah, unfortunately, but it's nice to be here.
It's always like this, but it is nice to be here on this event.
Yeah, very nice event. I was here one time, 2016, and it's nice to be back again. It's a fun event, a lot of nice people here, and yeah.
Yeah, you just told me that you're 21 years old. So you have been here when you were 15 years old, bowling your first Trophy International Open.
Yes, that's correct.
And I was just saying to Carl earlier that this event has been very popular before in youth Swedish bowlers.
Yeah.
So you have been one of those who came quite young.
Very early, yes.
Yes, yes. So what was your overall experience in this event?
Well, I started off with qualifying on Thursday, and yeah, it went pretty okay. I was safe for the final step one. Tried to make a run for a bye Saturday evening. Unfortunately, I was just out, but managed to climb through the final steps, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 today. also had a nice 300 in there as well. So, yeah.
It was a good
still-
day. It was a good day for you
it was
today.
a pretty good day, yes. So I'm obviously satisfied with fourth place, even though you always want to win when you're this close.
Of course, and you always want to be on the final and try to get on this trophy. Still competing on this high level event, because it has been a really high level
Yeah,
event.
a lot of good bowlers here. So, yeah.
Yes, this event has always attracting good bowlers. To be honest, as organizers, we have always been trying this event to, in a way, to collapse with big events of PBA.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to give a chance to many other bowlers compete.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see people who have been bowling in Europe mainly come over and compete on a high-level tournament with quite a good prize fund, I would say,
Yes.
depending on the entry fees and the cost of living, the cost of food or hotel. It's, I think, is a really nice place to be and compete.
Yes, of course, yeah. Yeah, the prize fund is probably one of the highest in Europe. So, and as you're saying, hotel, food, everything, not too expensive here. So, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the game that just ended.
Well, Maxime was bowling really good. He shot a nice game, and I struggled a bit on the left lane with my ball hooking early. Probably should have gone for a different strategy, moving a bit further left, which I did in the 9th frame, but it was too late, unfortunately. So I bowled a decent game, but Maxime bowled a pretty good game. So yeah,
Yes, it
not,
seems
not too much to do about it.
both of you, it seems to had a pretty well mental game as well. That would be might be different for Alexander from Romania, who has been bowling his first final here in Sofia International, who just spared.
Yeah,
But it's always good to see young bowlers being on finals like this.
yes, for sure. And if he wins, it's going to be great. If he doesn't win, it's going to be an experience
Great
for
again.
for the next time. So
Yes, exactly. Since personally I'm also involved in the Bucharest Open that takes place in IDM Romania every year, I know Alexander pretty well, and he had made it to the Stepladder final once in that event.
okay.
So let's see. Let's
It's
see.
nice that he made a step ladder here as well now. So
It seems that he found a way to strike. For those who are watching through the Ball Zone platform, I would like to just remind them that if they just refresh the page, they're always going to get results and statistics about the bowlers who are bowling at that moment. So, William, how are those lanes on 5 and 6 now? Since you just bowled over there,
yeah, it looked like Maxime threw a good shot now, and the ball hooked a little bit early. So maybe the same problem I had on the left lane. But yeah, it's probably gonna make an adjustment for the next shot. Maxime has bowled pretty good lately. He was second in the Brunswick Open also. So yeah, it's nice to see him making the step ladder again here. Yeah, it definitely looks like the left wing is hooking a bit more.
So fourth frame for Arbanas from Romania. So, William, if we had to bet who's going to be the winner of this event, out of the three bowlers who have competing at the moment, who would you bet on?
I would have to put my money on my Swedish friend Kim Bollaby.
All right.
He's been bowling really well the whole day today, so yeah, I would say he is the favorite to win.
Okay, so we'll be here and watching also the final and see if you are right or wrong.
Yeah.
William, thank you very much. Nice to have you here,
Yeah.
and enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you.
Back on lane 6, where Alexandru Arbanas, the 200 bowler from Romania, is he doesn't strike again as long as he spares. As I said, it's his first final here in Sofia International, which is a quite a competitive event. He did have the chance to be on a final a couple of years ago on the Stepladder in Romania, but that's a different a playground here. So I would like to welcome another bowler who was not in the top 10, but I would say they are the top 10 of the countries who are always coming and participating in these events over here. And he is Nati from Israel.
Hello to everybody.
Nice to have you here. So it's again a bunch of Israelis coming over here in this event, huh?
Yeah, a lot of us, we're trying to come every time new faces we try to bring, old faces. We have a couple of good players that took the last time in Balkan and now they want to try again in Sofia. And
Yes,
we did it.
yes, I did obviously see you in the Balkan Challenge, another popular event that takes place here in Joy Station every June, which is obviously is a different event, Natu, right? I mean, it's like a singles, doubles, and team event.
Yeah, it was more for fun and everybody was playing together and trying to gather a team, even not from the same country, so it was
Correct,
very
correct.
special.
Yeah, the Balkan Challenge is a very special event with a 30,000 euro prize fund, but everybody seems to really enjoy their time and competing, winning prizes, and also having fun.
Yeah.
Sofia International is a different level of event. The prize fund is 55,000 euro, and the level of the bowlers obviously is significant higher.
Yes.
So how was your experience in this event?
The pattern was nice. The players are much harder to play, better, and they play on the lane, change it a lot. The high scores, very high. I tried my best many times, but yeah, next year I will do it.
Okay. You will be more than welcome to come and compete again next year. But let's see how they are competing right now. We see that Dubois Maxime, he has 2 in a row on the 6th frame, and Alexander only had 1 strike so far. What do you think?
I love Maxim. I think he's one of the best players here. We have still Kim to come, and he practices a lot, and he's a great player too. Albanage is like amazing right now. He will have luck soon, I think. I hope.
Well, Alexander still needs a lot of experience, experience that the other bowlers already have from big international events. He's currently bowling in smaller events. He does not have the opportunity to bowling big events. Smaller events that take place in Romania, here in Bulgaria, or even Greece. But you did compete in Greece lately. I saw you in Athens.
Yeah.
That was a really close shot for Alexander, but unfortunately an open frame for him on the 6th frame. So Nati, you were in Athens.
Yeah, I was in Athens. I was there by mistake, and my father played in the Mediterranean Cup. So
Yes.
I came to play on Greece in Athens.
Yeah, you did compete on the Kivelos Open, which took place in Cosmos Bowling in Athens. Yeah.
Yes, it was a great experience. It was lovely. Luckily, I took the first place
Oh, luckily you were the winner.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
luckily.
Luckily, okay.
because the other players also played good. I had a bit of luck. I started with a gutter in the final and still managed to win. So luck was in my side that day.
Okay. Good to know, and good to know that you have been enjoying your time on the lanes. Something that I think Alexander is not enjoying at the moment, having a 7 on the 7th frame.
Nice ball.
So it seems that everyone has been on favor of Maxime Dubois in this Stepladder final.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Everybody's telling me he's a great guy. Mental game is really solid. It looks like he found a way to strike again on lane 5. Obviously, when they have the chance to bowl many international events, they get the experience and they get a chance to improve their mental game. Is that correct, Nati?
Yeah, when you play at the championship, the tough lanes, you learn how to deal with it. As many as you can, play them on the national team, and you will get experience a lot.
You don't get so many chances to compete in Israel, am I right?
Yeah, there is not a lot of tournaments in Israel, only the championships, the national and the team trials mostly. That's why we're trying to fly as many as you can.
Well, our company, CVC, these brothers from Athens, Greece, as you know, is involved in several events in Athens, Greece, here in Bulgaria, in Romania, and you are more than welcome, all the Israeli bowlers, to come and compete every year. Nati, thank you for being with us. It's always a pleasure to see you.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
I'll have the pleasure to see you also on the award ceremony later on. And another open frame for Alexandru Arbarnas, which he will have the third place in this event. Very big success for him. Sofia International Open. The 11th year for this event. We had 2 years for no show due to COVID. But we are back now, and hopefully every year we'll be healthy enough and we'll have the support of a fantastic group to run this beautiful event for all the bowlers. Last frames on this second Stepladder final, and pretty soon Kim Bolaby from Sweden will compete against Dubois Maxime in France. Last frame for Alexandru Arbarnas from Romania. A big success for him to be on the third place of Sofia International Open. Obviously he had no chance against Dubois Maxime, who has been playing very solid throughout the day, and the previous match against William Svensson, and now against Alexandru, who's about to throw his last 2 shots. Congratulations for Maxime for his second win. But now he has to face Kim from Sweden. So We are ready to start the final for this event. Kim, who has been leading the Stepladder final, we're going to give him the chance to have his practice shots, and right after we're going to start the final. Bear with us. Okay, ready to start? Last game, finals of this year's, the 11th Sofia International Open. Please, let's present the bowlers officially this time. Dubois Maxime, Kim Bowleby, please come over. This time you have to make some noise. Good luck to both of you. And then see you later at the award ceremony. And see everybody at the party downstairs right after. So we are ready to start the final of the 11th Sofia International Open. First shot for Kim the lefty for Sweden, and he gets a strike. And I have the pleasure to welcome a great friend, first of all, and bowler from the UK, who we had the pleasure to have him back competing on this event this year. But he has been one of the very first international bowlers competing on the very first Sofia International Open, which took place back in 2007, 2008, or 2009. And talking about the great Dominic Barrett. Dom, welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, and it's been a long time since I've been in Sofia with you guys, but it's really good to be back.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was back, I think it was 2007, when you, Stuart Williams, and Mad Sandbacken were competing in our first Sofia International Open. That was fun.
Yeah, we found out about the tournament, assume on the European Tour website, and all decided that it'd be a good event to come. We reached out to you, I think, and we become friends very quickly, and yeah, never looked back. It was a really good event. Always hospitality here is really good, and everybody takes care of you. And I think it's a...
Yeah, we had the pleasure to have you there. You, Stuart, and Mads. You gave the international, let's say, picture in this event at that time, because there was mostly local Bulgarians and Greeks competing. And I had the pleasure to have you as what we call then CVC, the select team bowlers. We're trying to promote bowling at that time. And it has been our pleasure to have you there. And if I remember, you did one of those events, was it?
I did, yeah. I was lucky enough to have a really good year. I think it would have been 2008 or 2009. Managed to make the most of having a good event and managed to win, yeah. It was
Yes.
one of my first... was it back on the European Tour then?
It was, no, we never put it on the European Tour, because our intention was to keep the event more popular for, let's say, bowlers who did not compete on the PBA or on the very high level. But eventually the event grew up, the prize fund grew up. Everybody found out about the new bowling center, which we installed back in 2010, if I remember correctly. So Joy Station is this 20 lanes bowling center that we are having the pleasure to run the event the last couple of years. So the event has become quite popular, but we always kept the event intentionally to collapse with some PBA events in the USA, because we did wanted to give the chance to most European bowlers to come and compete. But it seems that this year you have no obligations on the PBA. Am I right?
No, the PBA has changed with COVID, and the scheduling of TV shows has changed quite a lot the last few years. So most of it happens in sort of the first 6 months of the year. But but with COVID, lockdown, being in England and not being able to go out and do pretty much anything for a few months, this last few months of being able to compete in Europe, travel to Europe, see all my old friends again, good meals, good bowling, good events, and the passion that we have in bowling within Europe, it's really, really nice to see and really refreshing. Not just refreshing, but it takes you back to the roots of why you started bowling.
The old good days, yes.
And this event is exactly the same as that. A big thank you to you, to Vicidis, to everybody at Joy Station to put the event on. I think that's what's really special about bowling in Europe, is that you have people that run the tournament, and that's what they really gear up for, and that's what they care about, all week, is about how the bowlers are, what's right, what's fair, and it's a big compliment to everybody within the tournament to say thank you, and to having a great event. And it's very consistent year in, year out. And everybody who comes to tournaments like this, and your tournaments, and this tournament of Bulgaria, nobody has anything bad to say. It's always really refreshing. People should come, people should play. And a big thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. Well, the real answer to that is that we co-organize this event with, obviously, with Fantastico Group, the owners of Joy Station, and we just do it because of the passion about bowling. That's it. So when you love what you do, always the result is positive, I would say, and always friendly. But it seems that this final is not going to be so friendly. We see that Kim has already 3 in a row, and Dubois Maxime, who has been leading the first 2 games, he is. Could he be in trouble or not? What do you think, Dominic? You have bowled this event. You know these lanes. We want your opinion on that.
It's tough. So Kim flew in late yesterday. He wasn't able to arrive before Saturday afternoon. Bowled 1 squad, qualified. He's bowled great all day today, especially towards the later parts, towards this final. Fully deserves to be the leader. But Maxime has bowled really well in the last 2 games. He bowled really well to get to the final. He bowled 250, 240, which is a score he'd take again, I am sure, in this final. But a little bit of transition, especially on the right lane. He left the 2-8 the first frame on that lane, and then the third frame he left the 3-6. So neither one of those are giving him a lot of confidence on his ball reaction on that lane. That's kind of how I felt when I bowled, that it was hard to trust ball reaction sometimes when you make a move or you try to make the ball hook earlier or later, and it became quite hard to control that. But obviously a very high scoring event. Kim has bowled fantastic and still looks, favourite right now. He's already up the best part of about 19, 20 pins, and with a strike here it increased that.
Yeah, I did notice that he was the very last entry, the very last registered bowler in the event. I did not realize that he only bowled the last squad of the event.
5 p.m. He wasn't able. He wanted to arrive and bowl Saturday at 1 p.m. He said he had to work, I think, Friday, maybe even Saturday morning. So he was able to travel, get here. He bowled quite well about a month ago in France, and Kim's a very active bowler around Europe and likes to play lots of events. Sometimes it works out that you just aren't able to get here on like the Wednesday or Thursday like you normally would plan to. But yeah, he bowled really well off the plane, not much sleep. Got some sleep last night, and then he's been bowling since 9 a.m. this morning.
Well, he's going to have a good payoff of €7,000 if he wins this event. So there's nothing wrong with that.
He's been bowling really well. He's a very good competitor. He's a good winner. But same can be said about Maxime. I think Maxime has a couple of European Tour second finishes. And this is right around that level. There's no difference between European Tour and this event. But the hardest part is when you throw urethane, like the amount of transition that you create for yourself. It isn't reactive transition. It changes in a way that it can make it easier, can make it harder. But Maxime, he's bowled with urethane the last 2 games. There's no way he's going to change to a reactive now. He just needs to find a way to give Kim a match.
So let's see what Dubois Maxime is about to do on the 5th frame.
This is the when you're staying on the lane on a pair for a little bit too long, maybe your transition. It's not easy to figure out what you're supposed to do when you're bowling further left using urethane, and then it goes away. I think that's probably the hardest thing. But the last couple of games and his semi-final round is obviously really good. But Kim has definitely got him at the moment.
Well, the mental game of Maxime seems to be pretty solid. He didn't seem to have any trouble before. Obviously, he's trying to find a way to strike now, but we will see.
Yeah, really nice. I'm not sure how old Maxime is. I spent a little bit of time with him because he's in the same hotel as me this week. Julien Simard from France as well. I think, yeah, it's a laid-back personality, takes everything in the stride, very good bowler. You just have to try and figure out things shot on shot. There's not much else you can do. So, plenty of frames left.
Yeah, but we do see young bowlers getting better and better, Dominic. I mean, the level of youth at the moment in Europe has grown so much. Am I right? I mean, it's the old good days. There were specific bowlers that were conquering, let's say, the tour. Not in our days. You see more youth bowling. The mental game is pretty solid, because usually when you are young, is your mental game. Of course, your experience as well, but the mental game, which is not in a good place.
Yeah, I think most sports has evolved a lot, especially individual sports where you get to see yourself on video. You don't have to trust just your coach's eye.
Yes.
You have a good coach, but if your coach says something is happening and then you don't really feel it, you get to see it on video. And I think that enhancement has changed completely. I think our bowling environment has changed a little bit more for power. A lot of the kids have so much power, and they're so good as well. At such a young age, like you say. And it's a credit to watching them bowl and compete. And I'm sure if you look at the top 10 in this event, the top 20, there's a lot of really good. The future of Europe, right there. It's very impressive.
There were quite many bowlers below 21 years old. This is what I was referring to. But well, it seems that Kim will not have an issue on this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for Maxim. Maxim can still strike out for 248. That's what he has to think about. No matter what Kim does, Maxim has to be thinking if he strikes out, what can happen. You never know in bowling. You never know. Maxim hasn't had a double yet. Kim has the front six. You would think that's it, but you don't know. Kim can go up, make the spare, miss the spare. He's on 240 pace. Actually, Maxim has really good count for 240. This is a big shot for Maxim, though, because he hasn't struck on this lane this whole game. He's gone high, light, light again. Well, actually, I think he went light, high, and then light again with the 2-pin. So it's not easy for him to fit the ball into the right ball reaction spot and even think about carry, because he hasn't hit the pocket yet on lane 6.
We just have to wait for a few seconds, since we have a pin on the gutter. And with the kind help of Dian Dinev from Bulgaria, who makes the crowd really happy.
Crowd favorite. Everybody loves him.
Don't forget, Dian is also one of the people who is working behind the scenes for the Bowl Zone platform. And we have the pleasure of using this technology for quite many years now in our events. A very nice, interesting platform that gives us live streaming, and we combine it with Cubica MF online scoring. Remember that you can refresh your screen whenever you want to get updated statistics for the bowlers. And this is where I also have to obviously comment about the people who are behind this tournament. The Fantastico Group, who has been the owner of Joy Station and the organizer of this event. Bowl Zone, who is helping. Obviously our company CVC is from Athens, Greece, and our partners Kegel and Storm. And Cubica MF, who are always next to us, supporting these events, and the sponsors of this year's event, which is Raffles Olympus, Simid. And Dominic, we see that he did manage to strike on both lanes. Maxime in the last 2 shots.
Yeah, this is big. This is his good lane. This is the lane that he struck 2 out of 3 times so far, but he looks very comfortable in this lane. And getting that strike before is really big for him. But this, obviously, for any momentum. And also, importantly, that's a lane that Maxime is going to finish on. So he just needs one more strike in lane 6 to put, potentially, all the pressure on Kim. Even if Kim doubles, he will need a mark if Maxime strikes out. So it isn't over and done yet, but yeah, Maxime needs to put all the pressure on Kim, almost no matter what happens now. Like, the ball is definitely in Kim's court, but he's earned that right in the first 7 frames. But it does get a bit more interesting. Good shot from Kim. The lane that he's going to finish on, which is important. So perhaps Kim picked the right lane to finish on. He liked his ball reaction a little bit better. He's 4 strikes out of 4 on that lane, and he left a flat 7 on lane 5 last time. So let's see what happens here. If Kim strikes here, that puts him in the 250s. He only needs a spare in the 10th frame, but that's not always the easiest thing to do. But if he doesn't strike here, he puts him in the 240s. He'd have to strike out for 250, but Maxime still needs to strike out either way.
He did got the strike he wanted.
The only way Maxime wins this is if he strikes out and Kim opens. Right, this has been Maxime's tricky lane. But his last shot was really good. Very impressive. He needs another one. Good shot.
Good shot, but
Good shot, but like you say, that wasn't his favourite lane, it seemed. And bowling 3 games in the same pair with Urethane, it kind of caught up with him, it looked like. But to come from where Maxime did earlier in the day, where it didn't look like it was going that well, he bowled a really good block in the semi-finals. He won the Stepladder first game, the Stepladder second game. Just not quite enough to beat Kim on a very impressive performance by Kim Bollinger. So if Maxime strikes out, it'll be 227. Kim would need 3. On a day where it feels like he's averaging 250.
that won't be a problem. You never know.
Good performance from Maxime. Another good tournament. He'd done very well in qualifying as well. He bowled 1 pair, he bowled 300, then he bowled 270, and he came back again the next day and then made all of the buys. So, very good event for Maxime. So I have to say, the last couple of European events, I've had a bit of success this year. I beat Kim in the final of the tournament in Munich, and I beat Maxime in the final in France. So it just shows how good they have been making finals. Kim being the winner this time, but they've been bowling very well for a very long time, making finals consistently. It was just Kim's day today.
And what's your next tournament, Dominic?
I actually travel to Malaysia in a couple of weeks, the Sarawak Open. But I don't know if we really have many European Tour events left. There's a couple of events left in Sweden before the end of the year. The AOK is going to be starting the European Tour January. And then the Ballmaster, which hopefully we hear more about fairly soon. But a great day for Kim. Big competitor, very impressive.
And that's the last shot for this year's Sofia International Open. And right after, we're going to have the award ceremony. And that's a strike for Kim. Dominic, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you very much for
I
having
will
me.
see you at the award ceremony. Congratulations, Kim. Congratulations, Maxime. And we have a winner for this year's Sofia International Open. And it's actually a guy who just came Saturday evening. He came in very last moment. He threw one squat. He qualified. He came over. He just did all the steps, and there he is. He's the winner. Kim Bolaby, please come over. Nice work, and 7,000 euro for you, just for a weekend job. That's very impressive. Thank you very much, and we will go now straight down to the awards ceremony downstairs on the music concert stage, and I will see you right over there. Thank you very much. So we're getting ready now for the awards ceremony. Another beautiful event that takes place in Sofia International Open. Very beautiful music stage on the ground floor of Joy Station that we use for the awards every year. And then a nice reception for the bowlers. Thank you very much for watching the finals. And we'll proceed for the award ceremony.